line. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Kevin, I just heard a pop, a good pop. Let's go, boys! Boys, you spot me. That's number 3 on the kickoff. That's Sam LaFaro. Where's his,
Hello?
Yes, number 3.
Did you turn my heat on?
Hello?
I don't think so. It's on. No, keep it up, but just,
All right, after some insane technical difficulties, we're coming to you live from Chase Field here. Marlboro is going to kick off to Port Jervis. It's a deep end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded at about the 8-yard line, and that is Richard. White jerseys and black pants. Handoff, Colby Elson goes up the middle across the 40-yard line and wrapped up at about the 41. It'll be second down coming up for Port Jervis. They started this drive at their own 37-yard line. Marlboro coming in 2-0 off of a Tuesday night overtime victory over Burke Catholic. The Raiders have not played since this past Thursday, and guess who they played? It was Burke Catholic. They won 42-14.
Run it.
Second down coming up for the Raiders, just ahead of their own 40-yard line. Right to left they go, and Marlboro jumps off sides. There'll be a flag against the Dukes, the first flag of the night. It'll be 5 yards against Marlboro, and they will be very close. It'll be about a yard shy of a Raider first down. What are you looking for?
Something to plug in to see if there's power, see if it works.
I mean, everything is plugged in. I have no power.
No, I know. There's a plug down there. He wants to see if there's power to it.
Yeah, I don't have anything at the moment. All right, so it'll be third down. Check that, second down and a yard after the penalty. Fuller takes the low snap on the shotgun. He's pressured. He throws deep over the middle of the field to Gage Almick, and it's incomplete. Way overthrown. There will be a pass interference penalty against the Duke. Jamie. Into Raider territory. It's at the Port 48-yard line. It's a 1st and 15 facing the Raiders. The clock is rolling inside of 11 minutes to play in our first quarter. Elijah Shern goes in motion, and they're going to give it on the ground to Elston. Elston goes left on a little misdirection, and he gets tripped up after a short gain on the play. The Marlboro Duke sliding in there to try to bring Colby Elston down. I believe that was Matt Drake. Or check that on the hit. Zaquan Jackson for Marlboro. So the Raiders will huddle at their own 40-yard line. They are working right to left here in the first quarter. Marlboro played very stout defense, a shutout in week 1 against Rondout Valley, and 7 points yielded to Burke on Tuesday night. Marlboro tries to jump the snap count. Fuller takes the snap, shoulder fakes, rolls to his right, still on his feet, and Fuller's going to try to keep it. He's going to the far side of the field. He's across midfield, 45. Now he's going to cut back, tries to stutter step on the far sideline, and he gets absolutely drilled out of bounds at about the Marlboro 43-yard line. So Fuller, who was under heavy pursuit of 2 Marlboro defenders, is able to evade that and then get out of bounds after a good gain on what was second and very long. It'll be now 3rd and about 8.
pick up 8 on the
Maybe a
play.
long 7. As the football is settled at about the 43 of Marlboro. Port Jervis
Marlboro 30-yard line.
Sorry. All right, and the Raiders with a fresh set of downs at the Marlboro 30. 8:50 to go here, clock rolling in our Masters Pest Control first quarter. No score.
Go, Port!
Is getting closer. Again, Fuller will work out of the shotgun. Elston to his left. Twin receivers to each side of the field. Fuller lifts the left leg. He's going to swing it, and that's to Gage Amick. Amick evades a tackler, then gets pulled down at about the 25-yard line. Gain of 5 and a second down and 5 coming for Port Jervis. Clock continues to move here. The Raiders are playing their second to final home game of the season. They have a home game scheduled for Friday, April 9th against Red Hook, and then they will wrap up the regular season on April 16th at Fowler Field in Middletown for the annual Erie Bell game. And actually, they're not hoping for next week to be their last home game. They're hoping to host a Class B championship game on April 24th. But this COVID high school football season happening this spring, day by day, hour by hour, literally. And here we go. Fuller out of the shotgun on a 2nd and 5. Heavy rush. Over the middle, he throws to Gage Amick, and it is incomplete. And they will find again. Either holding or pass interference. Twice, Fuller has thrown deep to Amick, and twice, Marlboro's defense has been penalized. The clock will stop on the penalty. 7:50 to go here in our first quarter. No score between Port Jervis and Marlboro. We're coming to you live from a mobile little pediatrics broadcast booth. Tom Fagione is on the other side of our broadcast table keeping stats for us as we work our way towards getting reconnected to our radio station with our digital broadcast equipment. So it's just me with you here for the duration. And it is nothing with Port Jervis. They're going to take the flag up. They're going to pick it up. No flag. It'll be 3rd down. I'm sorry, 2nd down. Raiders threw deep on 1st down, so I was right. It is 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 facing Port Jervis from the Marlboro 25. They have the ball in between the hash marks as they go right to left here in our first quarter. Fuller continues to work out of the shotgun. Elijah Shern and Calvin Cruz to the far side. Gage Amick, the lone receiver, to the near side. And Costello is going to They will draw Marlboro offsides for a second time tonight. And that will be a penalty that results in a Port Jervis 1st down. So they'll move the ball to the Marlboro 20. The Raiders are right on the edge of the red zone here. 1st and 10 for Port Jervis from the Marlboro 20. No score here, 7:50 to go. Clock stops on the penalty. Port Jervis trying to draw first blood in the of Orange County. This is on the board first in their rematch with Marlboro here, 7-0 on the strength of a 6-yard run by senior Ryan Costello. Roland Zanger hit the extra point. And if I'm not mistaken, Roland has not missed one yet this year. And the senior has it teed up at the Raider 40 to kick it back to the Marlboro Dukes. They'll kick right to left. Raiders in the all-black jerseys, red numerals outlined in white, the matte finish red helmets. Port in black outlined in red on the helmet. Marlboro has the white jerseys, black pants, with a golden brown down the left side of the pants. The numerals are in orange, or they're gray where they outline in orange. And here's the kick return across the 30, about the 33-yard line. We're going to do our best to identify the Marlboro players tonight. The roster here in front of me, ready to go here. 7-0 Port Jervis. And for the first time tonight, we'll see this Marlboro offense. And the biggest hole that the Dukes had to fill was at quarterback. Christian DiOrio, who started as a senior and played quite a bit as a junior with Sam Mangiello. He's gone now, and it is another senior, Ryan McDonald, who saw a lot of time in 2019. So he's not new to the varsity quarterback role, but he is new to QB1. So let's see what he can do here. He doesn't quite have the size or speed of DiOrio, but he is. Brian Beck trusts him quite a bit. He's going to take the snap out of shotgun. He's going to look left. Now he's going to roll right. He evades the first tackler, and he can't evade the others. 2 Raiders wrap him up and bring him down. 3 Port Jervis defenders in there on the hit. Trey Wilkerson pops up out of the pile. He was accompanied by a couple of other teammates there, and it's a loss on first down as they move the ball back behind the 30 to about the 29. So it'll be a loss of about 4. It'll be second down, not based on where that down stick is. We'll call it second and 13 here. Port 7, Marlboro nothing, 6:06 to go, just about midway through our Masters Pest Control first quarter. And the Dukes have the football working left to right. They'll snap it from their own 29-yard line. McDonald calls for the ball, gets it belt high, hands it off, right up the gut. Looking for a hole, running left, and there's nothing there as the Raider defense collapses on the running back for Marlboro.
My spot. What was that? Who was carrying?
Who carried that football?
Was that 5 or 15? 5 or 15.
Jake Ward on the carry on second down. And it will be 3rd and long facing Marlboro here. Ball is settled just inside their own 30-yard line. Clock rolls 5:25 to play here in our first quarter. Port Jervis leading Marlboro by a score of 7-0.
Oh, almost.
We got that.
4th down. Marlboro forced to punt.
So the Dukes are going to have to punt it away after 3rd down. They were not able to convert. And so back deep to receive for the Raiders will be Calvin Cruz and Elijah Shern. 4th down as the Dukes get set to punt it away to Port Jervis. Port in front by a score.
Timeout, Marlboro.
And Marlboro's going to take a timeout. We will take one with them gladly. 5:07 to play first quarter. 7-0 Port. We're back in 30 seconds. Evan Halpany here with you at Chase Field, where Port Jervis leads Marlboro by a score of 7-0. And here's a very short punt by Marlboro that'll be down by the Dukes. Oh, they better be careful. If Port touches this, that's a live ball. The Raiders have to be very careful there. And it will be Port Jervis football at about their own 39 or 38-yard line. Marlboro signaling that they want the football. They think that it touched Port Jervis first, but the referees say no, it's a Raider ball. 4:57 to play in our first quarter, and it is 7-0. Port Jervis in front. Big tip of the cap to Caroline Woodward, who's back in our WDLC studios, who has done an incredible job navigating an unforeseeable evening of technical difficulties, but we're back underway. And then we would be remiss if we didn't say a big thank you to everybody who's here in our mobile Little Pediatrics broadcast booth. We have two cameras on the table. We've got a bevy of help. We were able to finally get some power here and bring you live coverage of Raider football. Brett Fuller will work out of the shotgun on first down, and he will hand this ball off. Colby Elston straight up the gut across the 40. Elston still going to the 45, and the foul pushes him across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
57 on the tackle.
And the tackle for the Dukes, that was Trace Napoli. Our spotters, as soon as they got done with helping us get power, they went right to helping us spot tacklers and all the crazy things that are happening here. It is 7-0 Port Jervis. 4:25 to play first quarter. Second down and about 2 facing the Raiders here. And let's see what Port does. They're going to try to throw to Elijah Shern here, but it is incomplete.
Costello is wide open.
Third down for Port at their own 46-yard line.
Raiders facing a 3rd and 2, just ahead of their own 45 here. Tom Fagiano will join me shortly. We're just working on getting reconnected here with some of our equipment. It is 7-0 Port Jervis. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. 4:13 to play in the Masters Pest Control first quarter. Fuller out of the shotgun on a 3rd and short. Shern goes in motion in front of him. He hands it off to Costello. Costello bowls his way across. He's right at the marker.
That's going to be a first down, Devin.
No signal from the officials. We'll see if they're going to move. Boy, the football is certainly ahead of the marker. And they give them the first down. Again, the tackle Trace Napoli for Marlboro, and it is a first down, Port Jervis. Fuller returns to the huddle after getting the call from the sideline. Raiders break it about their own 40-yard line, just shy of midfield. Of fresh set of downs for the Raiders in front, 7-0, and trying for more here. 3:39 to go, clock moving in the Masters Pest Control first quarter. Fuller will take the snap at his knees, and he'll give it to Ryan Costello. Dances out to the right, lowers his shoulder, and runs right into a Marlboro defender. While the Dukes provide a brick wall there, and nowhere for Costello to go. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders after no gain. .308 to go. Clock continues to roll here. And it is 7-0 Port Jervis. Raiders trying to go up by 2 scores here. Low snap again. Fuller is able to pick it up. Looks over the middle. As Almond Gage Almond goes up for that one. And then he is able to spin the ball. He's down. He's down. He's down. And it is first down for Port Jervis in Marlboro territory. Nice throw over the middle and a great catch by senior Gage Almond. On the tackle for Marlboro, Alex Turnbull.
Ball marked officially at the Marlboro 30-yard line.
Clock will continue to roll after they reset the chains. First down for Port Jervis at the Marlboro
Ball at the
30-yard line. 7-0. And as the ball's fumbled, the snap is fumbled, and Colby Elson's able to jump on it at the 35.
Come on, Jamie, get the snaps up, kid.
So it'll be first, or check that 2nd down and 15 after the fumbled snap, and the clock continues to move here. Fuller comes to the near sideline, gets the call from offensive coordinator Chris Delato.
Put the ball at the 34, Kevin.
All right, so it'll be a 4-yard loss on the fumbled snap. 2nd and 14 as they move it back to the Marlboro 34-yard line. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, it is 7-0 Port Jervis with the Raiders in possession of the football and on the move. They go right to left in our first quarter, and a single back to the left of Brett Fuller. That's Colby Elson. Now Costello dances behind the offensive line. Fuller takes the snap, looks to his left. Now he steps up. He is going to be pursued. He holds the ball, and he is going to be sacked. 3 Marlboro defenders bring him down at the Marlboro 43-yard line. Well, Fuller tried his best to make something happen there. He just could not get out from under the pressure. It'll be 3rd and about 20 here as they're going to move the football. We're going to say he was down at the 40. So a pretty generous spot, all things considered, but it's 3rd and 20 now facing Port. Clock rolls. We're at 80 seconds to go in our first quarter, and it is 7-0 Port Jervis. There's one thing about this Raider offense. They are not intimidated by a down and distance of 20 yards to go. Fuller will take the snap. It's knee high. He takes it. He drops straight back. Throws deep over the middle. He's got it. Richie Craze. Touchdown Raiders! Just settled right underneath that floating pass downfield and scores. And you have to wonder, the way the officials are trotting back around the scrimmage, that this might be coming back.
Why?
I think
He
there
may
might
be
be
calling
offensive pass
pass
interference.
interference here.
I think it was away from the ball.
No way.
As the officials are deliberating. But it's a strange season. See if the Raiders can do it again here. 3rd down, 20 to go from their own 40-yard line, so the touchdown's negated. It's a really low snap. Fuller picks it up, and again he throws deep over the middle of the field. And he's got a man, and it's incomplete.
That's pass interference.
It's incomplete, intended for Elijah Sherman there. And it'll be 4th down for the Raiders. As Fuller tried to get Sherman to climb the ladder here on the far side of the field, but it was incomplete. It'll be 4th down from the 40. Let's see what the Raiders are set to do here. Tyshawn Featherstone's out there, so it looks like it's going to be a punt situation with 52 seconds to go here in our first quarter. It is 7-0 Port Jervis. And the Raiders at the Marlboro 40 will have Tyshawn Featherstone, the senior, who you heard from in our pregame show. He's set to kick it away back to Marlboro. They don't have anybody back deep.
First and 10 for Marlboro at their own 20. Handoff up the middle.
Got him.
Big hit at the line of scrimmage. Small gain. 2nd down. Actually, no gain on the carry.
Oh my God, they're so remarkable.
Clock ticks down. This may be the last play of the quarter, Kevin.
Nick, every play, let's go!
End of the quarter, Kev. End of the quarter.
I have nothing on here. Is Kevin up on Wi-Fi?
1, 2, 3.
Remember, we're going to...
Yes, we're connected now.
Second
Caroline,
quarter.
can you hear me?
You should be up and running.
Hold on, bud.
We're
Hold
good.
on. Hello, Caroline? PJHS connected.
Oh, intercepted.
Who intercepted? Was that you?
No, that's Costello was intercepted. He was down by
Connect yet? Caller on the phone.
Way to go, baseball! Way to go, Rhino!
All right, I'm ready when you are, Carolyn. Thank you very much.
Go, Marlboro, get him back!
All right, first attempt at Fort Davis at their own. Now they move the ball back to their 40-yard line. Fuller in the backfield. Off to his left. There's Kobe Elston.
Raiders have the football. They're throwing deep for Richie Cruz, and he almost
Pass
caught it.
interference!
He had a defender all over him, but he could not bring it in. Was defending the pass for Marlboro was Okasi. And it is second down now. Port Jervis with the football at their own 40-yard line. 11:42 to go. We have moved into the second quarter. And it is 7-0 Port Jervis. The Raiders had a touchdown taken off the scoreboard on what kind of amounts to a phantom penalty. Very strange set of circumstances for about every aspect of this high school football game tonight. But the kids are playing, you know, they're pumped. And the parents and friends and family that they've invited to the game tonight are excited as well as they play this game on Chase Field. Ryan Costello gets the carry on second down, and he gets wrangled after no gain on the play, on the hit for the Dukes. Again, we saw Napoli and Okasi on there.
They really keyed on that play. Blitz up the middle against that Fort interior offensive line. The line which is contested. Outside heavy rush on the pass. This time it was a blitz up the middle. Costello to the sidelines.
It'll be a third down now facing the Raiders. They go left to right here. Up 7-0. Trips to the near side. Single receiver split to the far side of the field. Single back to the left of Fuller. They're going to throw it over the middle. It's Almick. He's caught it. He's running the wrong way, though, but he's able to kind of lean across. He loses the ball at the end, but they're going to say he was down before he lost it, and he'll still be down in position to get a Raider first down.
I think it's going to be awful close. It depends on the mark. And I
They haven't moved the sticks yet.
I think they should.
Oh, they are. They're no.
They're going to say a first down, Captain.
There's a little bit of confusion between the officials, and there they go. The chains are moving. It's a first down for the Raiders.
Let's go,
7-0. Port in front. 10:52 to go here in our second quarter, and the Raiders in front by a score, trying to extend it. They had a touchdown, a 40-yard touchdown pass from Fuller to Richie Cruz that was taken off the board. Now Calvin Cruz, the sophomore, split to the near side of the field, and they go I formation. Costello in front of Elston. Elston gets the carry. Elston goes up the middle for 3 and then lowers the helmet into a Marlboro defender, and he'll pick up a couple of extra yards on the end of that play. That was Sean Evans on the hit for Marlboro.
Nice block by Featherstone up front, along with Costello in the mix, up the middle.
Second down coming for the Raiders here. And it is 7-0 Port Jervis.
Like the I formation, Kevin.
They need about 8 yards here. We'll call it a second and 7 here. Again, singles receiver split this time to the far side. Here's a deep pitch to Elston. He looks for some blocks to the left, and then he gets brought down. What pursuit into the backfield for Marlboro. Boy, that was a tremendous effort there by that Marlboro defender.
How about Elston getting back to the line of scrimmage? He would have been taken down for a loss, but got his legs turning, got back to the line of scrimmage.
And it is going to be third down and about 7 to go for Port Jervis. They go left to right here. Ball's on the far side of the field. We are where we typically are on the home side, but we're at Chase Field. Our little pediatrics broadcast booth has gone outside. Luckily for us, it is a gorgeous night. A little cold, but not a cloud. There's some scattered clouds, but no real flood of precipitation. Fuller is going to drop back and throw over the middle. Got a man incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended target, Richie Cruz. That's a first down catch that he could not bring in, and it is fourth down now. Should be 20. But this is nuts. I shouldn't have never said anything in the pregame about this game going on as scheduled. Here's Zanger's kickoff. It's very short, end over end. It'll be fielded by Marlboro at about their 28-yard line, and then the return man spills forward to about the 47.
Read that number for me. That looks like 14.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's Ocasio returning the ball for Marlboro there.
They're going to get the ball at the 35.
Can you not do that?
Now
It's
the
shaking
Dukes, Tommy,
everybody.
had to go through a 10-day COVID pause that pretty remarkable, the maturation of this Raider defense. Second down and long facing Marlboro. They're going to pitch it, try to get something up the middle, and the Raiders close it down after a short gain back to about the 34-yard line. He's actually going to be shy of the original line of scrimmage, about 4 different Raiders in on that hit.
That was real low, 21.
Go defense!
I'm just going to let you know, I'm not keeping score of the game, so I'm going to rely on your stats if you don't mind.
Well, you know, they are available for
It is third down and 11 facing Marlboro. They're at their own 34-yard line. They go right to left in a single back. Elijah Williams, twin receivers to the east side of the field, and McDonald will take the snap out of the shotgun. It's a belt-high snap. He drops straight back. He's going to throw deep down the middle of the field. It's a bullet pass. It's incomplete. Boy, nearly caught down there. I'll tell you what, this kid's got an arm, Tommy. He doesn't have the size that his predecessors had, but he can throw the ball.
dueling gunslingers here tonight at Chase Field.
Coach Beck told me they're not going to rely on him to run the ball as much as they did Diorio last year, but he can throw. They like to rely more on the run game overall, but if McDonald has to, he can throw the football. But it's incomplete, and so the Dukes will punt it away to Port Jervis again. Down 13-0 with 6:40 to go here in our second quarter.
All things considered, Port should get real deep into it.
Oh, and they nearly got a hand on this one. It's a very high, very short kick. And the Raiders are going to let this one settle at about the midfield stripe. Marlboro touches it just inside of Raider territory, and Port will get the ball back. Tommy up 13-0, trying to go to 3-0 on the season. Marlboro entered the game undefeated as well, with wins over Rondout Valley and Burke Catholic. Port has defeated Cornwall and Burke Catholic.
We'll split the difference, Kev. Ball to 50-yard line. Terrible punt for Marlboro. And just like that, the Raiders got the ball back again on the 50-yard line.
Half the field behind them. Not much more to go.
Well, they're not looking behind them, Kev. You know that.
First down Port. They go left to right in our second quarter. Fuller will continue to work out of the shotgun. Trips to the near side. One receiver to the far side of the field. Fuller, play action over the middle. It's caught by Gage Almec for a Raider first down. He's still going. Almec to the 35. Cuts back to the 30 on the far sideline. And finally, taken down at about the 27-yard line. How about the second effort by the senior Almec?
You talk about athleticism. Almec takes the ball on the inside of the ball. Tries to get what he can get. 9 yards, almost 10. Then he kind of takes a juke step back, cuts it outside, down the sideline of Marlboro, and he's deep into Marlboro territory. This Raider offense really starting to click tonight.
Elijah Williams is the Duke who's able to finally bring Almec down. They are just outside of Marlboro's 25-yard line. First down Port, left to right they go. Clock moving here after they reset the chains. 6 minutes and 10 seconds and counting in our second quarter. Fuller takes the snap, bell high, pumps to the right. Now he's on his feet, up the middle, and he's wrapped up and brought down. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, not exactly sure, but that play broke down, and Brett couldn't make something happen.
Well, he's got Cruz to the right. Pump fakes him. The defense hit on it, but it was that backside defensive end from Marlboro who stayed at home, who tackled Fuller for, I won't give him the line.
Second down, 10 to go, Raiders. 13-0, 5:40 to go, second quarter. Clock moves here. Fuller with Elston to his left. Again, they'll go trip to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Fuller looks right, pumps. Now he's going to throw a deep right. Oh, he's got Elijah Sherman all alone, and Elijah caught it for a touchdown. Holy cow, Elijah Sherman behind the defense, and they don't miss it. You know, Tommy, we talked to Elijah about getting his first varsity touchdown last week on the fumble recovery. You talk about how he doesn't play much offense, but he coaches him to get into the end zone as a receiver on the offense, and look at that. Fuller to Shern, and it's a Raider touchdown with 5:25 to go. That's a 27-yard touchdown pass from Fuller to Shern, and it's 19-0 with the Port Jervis Auto Mall extra point pending.
Well, I got to tell you, Kevin, I liked what Shern said last week in your post-game interview. He said that he was enjoying becoming a part of an offense, and he and Fuller just connected. And we saw that right there on the beautiful 27 yards.
Nice catch,
Alex to hold,
Elijah!
Zanger to kick it. Trying to make it a 20-0 game. This one is up, and this one is good. Roland shakes off my jinx and puts it through for a 20-0 lead with 5:25 to go before halftime. We're back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on WDLC presented by the Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Council of Orange County.
You know what? This is what's great about PJ. Everyone stepped up tonight, Kevin, to make this happen.
You're not kidding. It took just about everybody to make the radio broadcast happen. Here is the kickoff, fielded at about the 20-yard line, across the 25-30, 35-40, and Marlboro's return man is brought down. Open field tackle made by Tommy Startup. A good return for Marlboro. And
Good job, Tommy!
I believe, Tommy, their best starting field position of the night.
5:19 remaining in the first half. Marlboro down 20-0. They came in undefeated tonight, Kev. Marlboro has a lot of swagger to them, but tonight their swagger's been taken away quick. And for them, they need to do something here on this series, or else it's going to be a lonely halftime for Marlboro.
You're not kidding. It 20-0 Port. Dukes with the football working right to left. Down by 3 scores. They'll go with 10 receivers to each side. Elijah Williams, the single back. He is about 2 steps ahead and to the right of McDonald. Now they'll send a man in motion. That's Ward. He'll get the carry. He'll go right up the gut. And he will be stopped. No gain for Jake Ward. In fact, he'll be pushed back. Walker is it now.
How about that? And they deflated Marlboro right now. Just pitch the ball back to the referee. And, going to get a healthy mark. They'll give him the line of scrimmage. Kevin, I never like that inside little pitch pass because you're going right into the teeth of the defense. That big heavy guys, that big linemen are right there just waiting to chomp on you, and they did on that.
And this is one of the better lines that you're going to find in the state of New York, where Port Jervis has right now. Second down and 10 to go for Marlboro. McDonald will take the snap. About chest high, he rolls to his right and throws a bullet, and it's batted down by Ray Torres. Torres wags the finger, and it's third down.
What a play by Torres. Timed that jump just right. The finger wag, I love the kid. He's a nice kid. No finger wag, big guy. Not necessary. It's a great defensive play. He's been one of those guys. Every game, he's making his presence known, and that was a great defensive play from his end position. Third down and 10 for Marlboro. And boy, if you're Marlboro right now, you just shake your head. What can we do?
Yeah, they have a great kickoff return to the 45, and then they are just not able to move the football with the offense that they are bringing out here tonight against Port's defense. The Raiders are strong and fast across that front 4. Chambers, McLaughlin, Featherstone, and then somebody jumped on the far side.
It's going to be offside.
That's Torres. And it'll be a 3rd and 5 now as we're going to move the football to midfield.
First 5 yards for Marlboro on the carry.
The Dukes can take advantage of the miscue. Coach Straharski talked about cleaning up the penalties. You know, there were a lot of penalties in the Burke game. There were quite a few in the beginning of this game. Raiders have certainly been playing, Tommy, with a lot more discipline tonight. That doesn't always stop the flow of the flags, but 3rd down, 5 to go for Marlboro. At the midfield stripe, going right to left are the Dukes. Again, they'll go with twins, but they'll bunch them up on both sides of the line, and they'll hand it off to Williams. Williams up the gut, and he's tackled by Torres, and he's not going to have enough for the 1st down. Torres was able to sneak through, get behind Williams, grab his legs, and bring him down.
Wow, great athleticism by Ray Torres from right or left defensive end. Williams had a head of steam on him, but it was Torres that made the beautiful tackle. 4th down, and the Marlboro, you got to go
for sure. 2-yard carry, 4th and about 3. You're listening to live coverage of Port Jervis High School football on WDLC Port Jervis. We have 3:45 to go on a running clock in the 2nd quarter. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk to Chloe Lane. She's a senior at Port Jervis High School, a member of the 1st place OM team. And here we go. 4th down, Marlboro's going to go for it. Elijah Williams to McDonald's right, and then they have trips to the far side of the field. He's going to try to bait Port Jervis off sides, trying to go with that hard count. They are waiting as long as possible. It's a low snap. McDonald picks it up, rolls to the right. He steps up, he throws deep down the field. He's got a man open, and it's going to be Marcus Best breaks up the pass. And the Marlboro Dukes.
What a great defensive play by Marcus Best. At first, it looked like he was 6-8 yards away from the receiver, but he timed it perfectly. He converged on the ball. As the receiver went up for it, it was Best knocking the ball away. The turnover on downs for Marlboro. And look at that, Kevin. 3:14 remaining. There's 5 on the scoreboard. Port Jervis up 20-0, and you know they're looking to knock in the door for more.
Indeed. They were beat at Marlboro by about 50 points 3 years ago, Tommy, and they're looking for some payback. There's a lot of motivation on the Port Jervis side tonight. Fuller out of the shotgun, trips to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Fuller, good protection, throws to the right. Calvin Cruz, he caught it. He's across the 30-yard line down to the 20, and he's going to get broken. Ankle tackle will stop him from scoring a touchdown-saving tackle in the open field made by Ocassi, and it is all the way down to the Marlboro 10-yard line. Calvin Cruz couldn't quite keep it going, and it's a 1st and goal to go for Port Jervis with 3:02, and the clock is rolling, Tommy. The I formation on 1st and goal from the Marlboro 10. Costello in front of Elston. Calvin Cruz, the lone receiver, split out far to the near sideline. Elston gets the carry. Colby to the right. Colby to the end zone. Touchdown Raiders! A 10-yard touchdown.
Nice block, Rhino!
Pending. 2:28 to go before halftime, and the Raiders are rolling at Chase Field.
That gas pedal, Kevin, is stuck to the floor. There's no doubt about it. Stuck to the floor.
Again, a lot of motivation, Tommy. There's been a lot of levels of football that these two squads have met. Youth, varsity, and Port Jervis is motivated to really hammer home who's the tops in Class B tonight. 2:28 to go, and there will be a flag before Roland Zanger can try his Port Jervis Automall extra point.
Let's back him up. Why not, right?
What a run by Elston. No, just walked out of that.
Yep.
Would not be down.
Took his time, Tommy. He found the lanes, and then, like you said, when he needed to, he applied the power.
How about this? If I'm Port, I'm going to go for 2 right now.
And here comes the offense right now. Oh. Yep, they're coming out to try for 2.
Well, there was more sides by the Marlboro special teams on the PAT side.
Yep.
So Coach Straharski said, you know what? We're up 26-0. Let's go out there. We can't get 2 yards. Come on, boys. Let's go. Make it.
Absolutely. Let's see if they roll out the eye. It looks like they're going to. Costello is in front of Elston right now, and indeed, they're going to run the exact same formation they did on the touchdown to try to get 2 points.
A lot of boys in that back.
Fuller will take the snap. He'll give it to Elston. Elston straight up, and he got there. 2 points, and it's 28-0. 2:28 to go before halftime. We're back in 30 seconds with more Raider football here on WDLC. It's all presented by ADAC. They got a 6-point lead.
Kevin, how much you going to buy my stats for?
What's that?
You can buy my stats?
Coach up the
offense. Ray Torres and that defense just stepped it up a notch, and they just kicked the wind out of Marlboro. And that offense came out for Port. You knew, Kevin. They were coming right at it.
No doubt about it, and now Roland Zanger will kick it away to Marlboro. This one is another short end-over-end kick that will be fielded at about the 26-yard line, across to the 30, and then brought down at about the 39-yard line, maybe the 38. Was that Zanger in on the tackle?
Might have been.
Again, Zanger, shades of Liam Tomas. Remember how often Liam would get down the field to try to get in on the kick return touchdown? Or the tackles?
Late flags on the play too, Kevin.
Well, they haven't thrown one for a while, Tommy.
They threw two.
Oh, they did actually just on the extra point try. So I was
Yeah, the
wrong.
last play.
Hey, I think we have. I think Connor Piccarello is his birthday today. I think we give a shout out to Connor Piccarello.
Back out on the field. And, we were going to plan on maybe getting the cheerleaders to sing him happy birthday. I don't know if they can hear us.
All settings?
One of the many seniors on this Raider squad. He wears number 54. So Connor, happy birthday to you, buddy. And we have the officials handing out some penalties. It looks like they're going to be the offsetting variety, as he's pointing his finger in both directions. You're wrong and you're wrong. So put the flags away, and here we go. First down, Marlboro. 30. I'll call him we'll give him the 38. Oh no, the ref says yes, Tom. 37. He wants to be.
They changed the score.
2:23 to go before halftime. That's what we know for sure. That's what the scoreboard says. It's 28-0 in favor of.
And all his guys, they're getting a shout out in the second half.
Here we go. First down for Marlboro. They're going to pitch it, and it's going nowhere. Holy cow! Immediately hitting the ball carrier was Cooper Hozan, and then about 4 of his teammates came in to close that play up.
I saw that play, and Port Jervis's defense knows when 15 goes in motion towards the middle of the field. That,
Can you please tell me to stop?
Huge.
At about 12, a lot of guys in that box, Tommy.
A lot of motion, man.
Going to Williams!
Yeah, they have like almost a diamond type pass formation, pump fake. Now they're going to throw deep on the far sideline, and it's caught. It's a first down for Marlboro on the far side of the field. I believe that was Ocasio, or was that Jaden Rios? I think that was Jaden Rios on the far side catching the ball for Marlboro and getting the Duke first down. They will be into Raider territory.
Marlboro tries to get the Port defense to overload one side, but Marcus Best stayed at home, made a tackle in the open field there.
I know, Tommy, how many times do you see a team line up with that diamond formation and the ball goes to the other side of the field? First down Marlboro, and there will be a timeout on the field as the whistles stop play. Port Jervis takes a timeout. We're going to keep it here. We have 74 seconds before halftime. It's 28-0 Port Jervis on an unpredictably strange night in what has been a predictably strange season. Tommy, you said it was March Madness when we got going. Burke on Saturday at Burke. They play Cornwall on Friday in Pennsylvania. Week 2, you're supposed to play New Paltz. New Paltz doesn't play football. Week 3, you're supposed to play Rondout Valley. They decide they don't want to play, so you play Burke the day before. Week kind of 4A, you're supposed to play Highland at Highland. Highland can't play contact tracing. Week 5, or 4B we'll say, you're supposed to play Marlboro at Glenette at 7. You play Marlboro at Chase at 7:10.
Kevin, I'm confused. The March Madness just got in both sides of my head, and yeah, absolute madness.
So what's supposed to happen next is Red Hook on the 9th at Glenette and Middletown on the 16th at Fowler Field in Middletown. But that remains to be seen. Again, nothing has gone according to plan so far. First down for Marlboro at the Port Jervis 44-yard line. They'll send a man in motion. McDonald drops straight back. Pressure goes over the middle. It's incomplete. Tried to go a little bit over the top on a screen pass and could not complete it. Heavy pressure from the Raider D.
Absolutely. Port defense was on up the middle as McDonald just was staring.
everybody thinks it went
I
through.
think, Kevin, we're going to go from broadcasters to bodyguards in a second. Send out the film. But nonetheless, it's Port Jervis 34-0.
It's good.
And it was.
It was over.
So they missed it. 34-0, 20 seconds. They do incredible work in the community.
Yep, absolutely.
They also hosted quite the cornhole tournament not too long ago.
And that benefited the football team.
Indeed it did. That was a monster bracket. 2 monster brackets on monster whiteboards. That was a lot of fun.
Kevin, they said without you and your bracketology, they would have had problems.
Here's the the ensuing kickoff rather going to be fielded about the 24-yard line by Marlboro, and he doesn't get far before he's wrangled. Shern on the stop for Port Jervis, and Marlboro's got 14 seconds to go before halftime. The Raiders, Tommy, are just pouring it on.
You guys should just kneel on it. You should just kneel on it.
Elijah Shern, nice open field tackle. Grab at the hips, take him down, don't allow too many yards. So Marlboro gets the ball, and if you're Marlboro, I think you take the knee.
Yeah, you get to the locker room, you reassess and figure out what you can do differently against the Port Jervis defense that just is coming at you from every angle. I mean,
Ball's being marked at the 31 though. Marlboro very deliberate out of the huddle, but you know what? Hey, McDonald's a gunslinger too, Kevin.
Okay,
yeah,
can they not
he
do
can
that?
throw the
See
football.
what he has.
Big sack. Big sack.
Oh, wow, in the backfield, Torres brings him down. My goodness, there was just nothing doing for the Marlboro offense. All right, 34-0, Port Jervis leads Marlboro at halftime. We'll send it back to the studio. Raiders will kick it away to Marlboro to start the second half. Tom Fagione rejoins me. And Tommy, real quick, before we get into first half and some stats, I just want to give some shout-outs. We talked to Chloe Lane, the fumbled snap, coming up on 10.5 to play. And it is all Port Jervis so far in this one. Kind of trying to do to Marlboro what Marlboro did to them back in 2018. That big one up in Marlboro when they had their loaded group of seniors, Port Jervis. And here comes Nate Chambers, and McDonald somehow able to evade him, and then he runs into Tyshawn Featherstone. Or no, that was Kevin McLaughlin, so not much better.
Fourth down from Marlboro. Boy,
Bring out the punt, dude.
Kevin, you know, you mentioned a name here, a name there. Okay, you elude one tackle to the outside, then there's 2 or 3 other guys on the inside waiting to swarm on you. This defense, Kevin, you mentioned block the territory. Port Jervis looking to get the ball to start the second half here. Their first offensive exchange. With all things considered, they should have very good field position.
Indeed, they should. They haven't really needed good field position. Low snap, and the punt snap is fumbled. The punter's going to try to get away from it, and he's on his feet on the far sideline. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. And Gage on flying out of bounds on the far sideline, and the Raiders will go from what we thought might be good field position, Tommy, to supreme field position inside the red zone to start their first drive of the second half. And will we see that it is Brett Fuller who is out to start the first possession of the second half.
Mark that ball. Looks like about the 15. We'll give him the 15.
My goodness.
Yeah. Brett Fuller and that offense out there. Gage Almond getting high fives on the sidelines. He's not part of the offense right now. Boy, he laid the lick on it. And that
Port's going to snap from the far side of the field, going left to right in the third quarter. They'll go with an I formation with Costello in front of Elston. Calvin Cruz, the lone receiver, to the near side. Elston to carry. Elston dances inside the 10-yard line. Colby's still going. He's trying to carry the entire Marlboro defense with him, and he's to the 5. That should be. See what the officials decide if they're going to give him a first and goal or if they're going to make it second and short.
I'm sorry, I give him a 10-yard carry. That ball should be 1-5, and it should be first.
And the officials say first and goal, Tommy.
First and
Got
goal.
first and goal Raiders, 8:45 to go here, clock rolling in the third quarter. Yeah, they're on top of it. We've got another, man, I'll tell you what, boy, where would we be without our tribe tonight, Tommy? Hand off Elston in the I formation. Elston straight up the gut. Elston's in for a touchdown. Twice tonight, Colby Elston has scored for the Raiders. Once from 10 yards, this one is from 5 yards. It's 40
Let's
to
go,
nothing
Port!
with the Port Jervis Automall extra point pending.
Elston is not going to be denied on that play. Fuller comes to the sideline, gets a high five. Coach Stellato. This offense just, Kevin, through the air, on the ground. Tonight, it didn't matter. All Port Jervis, all offense.
They are quite literally unstoppable. And it is Roland Zanger on to try another extra point here. He will again try it out of the hold of Gage Amick. Snap is
It's
through,
good.
kick is up, and this one is good. 41-0 Port, 8:24 to go in the third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on WDLC presented by ADAC.
Pedal down. Keep the pedal down.
Nothing Port Jervis on the strength of a 5-yard Colby Elston touchdown run. Roland Zanger hit the extra point. And it is all Port Jervis tonight as Zanger has it teed up at his own 40. And the senior is going to kick right to left. This is an end-over-end deep kick. It's going to be fielded at the 21-yard line by Jaden Rios. He tries to go to the far side of the field again. And this time he finds a little bit of a lane, and then he's finally pushed out of bounds ahead of the Marlboro 40-yard line. So Rios didn't try getting all the way across the field before he turned it up and able to get a much better return on that kick for Marlboro, but it has been a dominant performance tonight for Port Jervis as they lead 41-0 with 20 minutes of football left to play in this game.
Port Jervis just potent on offense, in the air, on the ground. That offensive line, a couple of series where they were a little bit shaky. They made some changes in terms of their schemes, and it definitely has paid off. As I mentioned in the first half, Kevin, the gas pedal for Port Jervis down. Just full accelerator all night.
7:43 to go in the Masters Pest Control third quarter. Marlboro with the football going right to left. They'll send a man in motion, low snap, and they're going to give it to him. That's Rios. Rios slips through and is brought down at about the 45-yard line. McLaughlin was in there on the hit, and underneath the pile was Cooper Hozan. Actually, I don't know if that was Elijah Tommy. I think that might have been a different ball carrier from Marlboro. Was that Alex Holmes from carry?
There's Alex Holmes with the reception on that. That's that little something. 5 on the carry.
Don't get that wrong, Tommy. Second down, 5 to go for the Marlboro Dukes at their own 45-yard line as they try to approach midfield. And have been kept out of the end zone all night by this dominant Raider defense. Snap, handoff up the gut. Looking for a room to run and brought down in the backfield on the carry for the Dukes, Ryan Durling.
Nice tackle by Hozan for the Raiders. Ball taken right back to the line of scrimmage for the open field tackle by Cooper Hozan. Beautiful play. Third down now and 5 for Marlboro.
Tommy, it's pretty impressive what this Raider defense can do because at the start of that play, Marlboro's offensive line appeared to have opened some lanes for Durling to run through, and immediately they were closed right back up.
Man, the heart of a linebacker is that hole's opened up for the running back. That hole's opened up for me.
Third down, 5 to go for Marlboro from their own 45. McDonald to throw, looking left, throwing left. He throws deep down the field, and it's almost intercepted by Gethin Coughlin. It was intended downfield, but see, Marlboro's intended target Nice pass defense by Coffin there.
Absolutely, Kevin. A great defensive pass protection by Coffin as he turned to the ball, just jumped up in front of the receiver, and he batted it down. It's a smart play from a young football player.
Chris Thorne, the target for Marlboro. 4th down coming for the Dukes. And
We saw the last time that Marlboro had to punt, not too good.
Matt DePerto will kick it away for the Dukes.
Interesting to see what Port's next possession will be on the field.
Shuren and the young Calvin Cruz back deep to receive another low punt snap. And again, Monteperto's in trouble. And again, he's able to evade the trouble, but he's going on the far side of the field. Torres is able to throw him down at about the 35-yard line. Back-to-back bad snaps on punt attempts for Marlboro. Tommy, nothing is going right for the Dukes, save for maybe that one strong pass for McDonald. It has been all Port Jervis tonight.
Port's going to get the ball at the Marlboro. Going to get him 35-yard line.
35. Another short field for the Raiders. Fuller's back out there again. Both Cruz brothers out there.
Remember, Kev, there's, in high school football, the memory goes long. 50-0. That's a beatdown a few years ago.
It's not just high school either, Tommy. 5 minutes to go. Clock rolling here in the third quarter. 41-0. Port Jervis in front. Calvin Cruz, the lone receiver to the near side, trips to the far side. Colby Elston, the lone back to the left of Fuller. He'll take the snap, and he'll give it to Elston. Straight up the gut. Big hole for Colby, and there he goes. 20, 15. Colby still going. 10, 5. Does he get in? He's just shy of the goal line. My goodness, Elston doing everything in his power, Tommy, to keep the legs going. He carried 2 Marlboro defenders all the way down to the 1-yard line. A 34-yard carry for Colby Elston. And it's 1st and goal to go for the Raiders.
Contrasting defenses, Kevin. Port's defense, we've seen so many plays where the defensive players have come and tackled players from the waist down. Waist to the hips, right into the thigh. That time with Elston, defensive back jumping on Colby's back, it's like a backpack to him. Carried him 8-10 yards, almost into the end zone. Colby's got some big, strong legs. You got
Roland Zanger getting just about as many snaps as anybody else, Tommy. He's kicking it away for the 7th time tonight. 8th if you count the halftime kick. And the kick will be bought, fumbled, and then picked up on the 20-yard line, 25. Cut back to the middle of the field, and he doesn't get much more than that. Maybe 26, maybe 27. Connor Vicarello, the birthday boy, in on the hit on the special teams. We've added spotters, Tommy, to our incredibly professional staff. And tonight, they went above and beyond. They got us power. They got us a table to set up.
Go defense!
I want to thank Brett Lozon, who scrambled to help get us power, too.
I got to tell you, Kevin, things happen in high school football, and coaches have to adapt and change considering what's in front of them. Well, that goes for broadcasters. The crew here at Port Jervis School District, the guys that do all the heavy lifting, they did a great job.
First down. Oh my goodness, and the ball's loose on the ground. The Raiders jump on it. That should be a turnover, and the officials say it's a fumble recovery. A huge hit, and the Raiders come away with it.
What a hit. I think it was great clearance on the hit. Not sure who picked up the ball. Kevin, where's our spotters on that one?
They say Hosan with the hit.
Okay.
The ball. Kevin McLaughlin credited with the fumble recovery for Port Jervis. And yet another short field. First down, Raiders at the Marlboro 28. Clock is rolling, approaching 2 minutes to play in our Masters Pest Control third quarter. And the Raiders are looking for more. 48-0 here. Trips to the far side. Calvin Cruz, the lone receiver, to the near side. Handoff Elston. Up the gut. Colby goes. He's still going. Inside the 20. Colby to the 15. Colby to the 10. And he's brought down to about the 8-yard line. Another tough run for senior Colby Elston.
Not tough for him.
No, that's true.
He makes it look easy.
Give it
He
to
gets
Aiden
through that line
again.
and he's a big dude. He gets through that line of scrimmage, has that extra burst of
go,
energy.
Aiden.
And when he gets those legs going, Kev, you got to get out of the way. That's a train wreck just waiting to hit.
By the way, we're coming to you from the Little Pediatrics broadcast booth. Tonight we're at Chase Field. Typically Raider home games at Glennet Field, but they had some issues there with some electrical, and we are at Chase Field. They were able to mobilize and get over here pretty quickly. I don't know if every high school has the luxury that Port Jervis does here, and it'll be Brett Fuller keeping it. Fuller back to the middle of the field, and there's nothing there for him. The Marlboro defense was ready to wrangle number 10.
Well, that was that ride there, and Elston wanted the ball. I think Elston kind of put the pinch on it, and Fuller, he just going crazy. He's like, I want to get that ball back. A small pickup on the play. Under 1 minute now.
48-0 Port. Raiders will look ahead to another home game. Everything goes according to plan, which hasn't happened yet this season, but we're supposed to play Red Hook on Friday, April the 9th. Homecoming, senior night for the Raiders. Fuller out of the shotgun on second down. Second and goal. Fuller takes the snap. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's caught for another Raider touchdown. Comic on the far side of the field.
You can't cover that slant!
And it is 54-0 in favor of Port Jervis.
Put up the hundo.
My goodness.
I don't know what to say, Kevin. I'm at a loss for
About the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. The Raiders are pouring it on tonight.
Polo in the bottom of that.
Logan's at Polo. And on the hit for the Raiders. See some new Raiders getting into the game here, Tommy. We saw
32.
Oh, Chris Hicks is into the game. Freshman and on the defensive line for the Raiders.
Raiders emptying the bench right now, up 55.
And here's a great tackle in the backfield made by Ryan Costello on a pitch play on first down. My goodness. Yeah, this is a statement tonight for Jervis. Ray Torres checks out.
That's going to be the quarter. Yeah.
All right, that'll bring the third quarter to a close. It's 55-0 Port. We're back in 60 seconds with the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to live coverage of Port Jervis High School football on WDLC, presented by the Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Council of Orange County. Loaded team. This is a real shame what has happened with the pandemic and the way that New York State has decided to handle their scholastic sports, because there will be nothing beyond a section title for Port to play for this year. And Zanger sends another one through the uprights. 10 minutes to play in the ball game, 62-0 Port Jervis. We're back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on WDLC, presented by ADAC. daughter, Indy Ann, this week, Indy Ann Crawford.
He's going to have to make some new commercials now.
He's going to. He's been a little tied up, but I'm sure he'll want to get some new messages out there pretty soon. Big brother Boone. Congratulations to Boone as well. Cool little dude. He's got a baby sister. Elijah Shuren and Cooper Hosan on the hit on the kick return by Marlboro. 9:40 to go, and the clock just rolling along here at Chase Field.
Kev, you know, I mentioned it earlier, Jimmy Hendry and all his guys, Zach Rhodes, Paul Hartman, Luke Carvelick, Scott Spears, and Mark Hendry, all asking and receiving the shot.
Yeah, those are some familiar names. That's one of the cool things about the Port Jervis community, the generational involvement in scholastic sports and all the great things that make our pretty little city by the river so great. It is a first down for Marlboro here. Raiders going left to right, or excuse me, Duke's going left to right. Logan Zappolo, by the way, give him some credit on that tackle too. Got to make sure everybody gets their due here. And here is a run play by Marlboro. I think that's McDonald on the far side of the field. He's pushed out of bounds, I think, shy of the stick. And it'll be second down and short for the Dukes here. Well, Tommy, I mean, depending on how the rest of the season goes, we could see these teams playing again at the end because Marlboro was able to beat Burke. Those are kind of the three teams between Port, Marlboro, and Burke. You know, that were kind of vying for those two spots in the Section 9 championship game that, if everything goes according to plan and everybody stays healthy, will be played on Saturday, April 24th at the home field of the #1 seed. And this game has a lot to do with that, and it has been a one-sided game. As Marlboro snaps on second and about 5, nothing doing there for the Marlboro running back. Elijah Williams the carry for the Dukes. Tommy start up in on the hit for the Raiders, and it is third down. Looks like they're going to give him a couple yards. Boy, look where the down stick is, Tommy, compared to where the football.
On that up to the 30. You know, Kev, there were people who talk high school football in the area who tried to float some ideas the first week after Fort D Cornwall, and then the games fell through, and there was some scuttlebutt that maybe Cornwall wanted to play again, and Port didn't want to play Cornwall. Let me tell you something. This Port team is the best team in Section 9, top to bottom, from C all the way up to AA. Anyone wants to play these guys, come on down. Either Chase Field or Gwinnett Field, they'll take you out.
No doubt. Third down, 3 to go. Fumble snap, and McDonald's in trouble. Cooper Hosan will bring him down. Startup was in the backfield as well. Hosan finishes the play, and it is fourth down for Marlboro. Boy, that is like a broken record tonight. The Raider defense just fierce as anything and sprinting off the field for that Raider defense is Scott Glenn, one of the seniors.
Scotty Glenn now getting it back on. In fact, he's back on the field. Can't get enough of him out there.
Good for Scotty. Calvin Cruz and Elijah Shuren are back deep to receive this punt for Port Jervis as we go inside of 7 minutes to play in the Action Bikes and Outdoor fourth quarter. And this is a low snap. The ball's loose. That ball's going to float into the end zone. The Raiders were there. I think Marlboro got it. It's a safety. Oh my goodness, Tommy, all they need is a defensive touchdown, and they've done it all tonight. 64 to nothing with 6:35 to go here after the safety, and then the Raider offense, they're going to get it back.
Wow.
My goodness, what a night for this Port Jervis defense. They gave up 6 to Cornwall. They forced them to botch the extra point. That ends up opening the door for Roland Zanger to make the difference in the game after the Elston touchdown. They give up 14 to Burke, but overwhelm them. And then here against Marlboro, on paper, before the season starts, you know, the competition for Port in Class B, and they haven't allowed them to not only get in the end zone, Tommy, they haven't sniffed the red zone tonight. They haven't been anywhere close.
I mean, this is an absolute bloodbath. Lights out at Gwinnett Field, and it was light.
on the Marlboro varsity team as a freshman in 2017. And then he took 2 years off. He did not play football in 18 or 19, played baseball. Now he's back on the
scored a touchdown. I'm going to put that down on the line. I'm going to say it probably is.
Well, Roland Zanger is on to try another extra point. My goodness, a 10-touchdown night for the Raider offense. A safety, punt return for a touchdown, sacks galore.
2 fields, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. This extra point is a laser beam that goes over the crossbar, and it's 71-0 with a minute to go in the game. We're going to keep it here. Boy, Tommy, this is a game that Port had circled on the schedule when it came out, and they appear to have arrived prepared.
All right, all those listeners out there who are going to say Port's rubbing it in, no way, no how. That's a second team who threw a screen pass. That's not a bomb down the middle. No nonsense like that. That's a good offensive play. If you got a problem with that, then you got a problem with high school football, my friend.
71-0. So how much are you looking forward now, dare I say, to Middletown?
Well, I know the press box is going to be warm.
Middletown, by the way, Witherell out-of-town scoreboard. Haven't got a chance to get to that. Middletown won today at Washingtonville 28-14. They lose a heartbreaker last week in overtime at home to Monroe. And by the way, Monroe just got destroyed today by Newburgh, so that kind of puts Middletown's playoff hopes in serious jeopardy. But it doesn't matter the playoff positioning. That Bell game on the 16th, if it goes according to the schedule, is going to be a very, very big game. Zanger's kickoff is deep. It's end over end. It's fielded at about the 17-yard line by Marlboro. Far side of the field across the 20-25. And to the 30-yard line goes the Marlboro return man as we go inside of a minute to play. And one of, if not the most dominant performances we have seen Port Jervis, Tommy, since we've been broadcasting together.
All aspects of the game. All aspects of the game tonight. All Port Jervis. That gas pedal on the offense never came off the ground. The defense got stronger as the game went along, and the specials did what they had to. And I got to tell you what, Marlboro, plenty of offensive mistakes, bad snaps, miscues. Every time.
Seconds to go in the game, and they will take the knee. That is going to just about wrap it up here at Chase Field, the remote little pediatrics broadcast booth. We have a lot of people to thank. We will thank them after our final commercial break. 71-0. Port Jervis is going to win this game. I think Marlboro might have to snap it one more time. You can hear maybe the bleachers rattling behind us. They're not going to make Marlboro snap it again. That's the game. We're back with the post-game show. 71-0. Port Jervis beats Marlboro here on WDLC Port Jervis, presented by the Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Council of